Let the hate run through you. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most hated British movies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. There's plenty of widely loved British movies, but these aren't them. For a variety of reasons, these movies have either been critically derided, have angered or disappointed fans, and have earned themselves a less than impressive reputation. Number 10, Love Actually. Not a bad movie per se, this is the quintessential rom-com, which makes it a go-to movie to despise for anyone who's dead against the genre.
I fear that this has become a bad relationship.
And if you're one of those, then Love Actually's near 2.5-hour runtime is borderline torturous.
Could we be quite quick, please?
Prontissimo.
Of course, the film's actually comprised of 10 separate but linked stories, making it a myriad of rom-coms all in one. It packs an impressive cast, mind you, but with Hugh Grant, Colin Firth and all the usual suspects included. Liam Neeson also has a key role, and yet doesn't even kill anybody. Blasphemy.
No, you're right.
Number 9, Resident Evil. Anyone who's familiar with the video game series knows the promise for an epic, nightmarish feature that this title offers. Unfortunately, that potential has yet to be reached.
She bit me, man. She took a chunk clean right out of me.
Less a horror and more a high-tech, overcomplicated action flick, the film forgoes the creepy atmosphere of the games in exchange for a generic sci-fi experience. The fact that the most innovative scene consists of death by lasers and doesn't even involve zombies pretty much sums up the hate fans have for it. And the barrage of sequels that followed, just salt on the zombie wounds.
I wouldn't want to shoot you. Might need the bullets.
Number 8, Pimp. A rare 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and only a reported £205 drawn at the box office speaks for itself.
You clever little bastards. You clever little bastards.
Clearly, not a lot of people saw this one, but judging by the reviews, the few who did certainly hated it.
See what you miss when the cameras ain't rolling? I'll give you some tips one day.
The film is a mockumentary following a London-based, you guessed it, pimp, who gets tangled up in a murder mystery. Relative unknown Robert Cavanagh wrote, starred in and directed this incredible misfire, taking along the likes of Billy Boyd and Danny Dyer for the painfully lackluster ride.
We know it, they respect it. Well, some of them do.
Number 7, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. On paper, a King Arthur flick directed by Guy Ritchie seems like the perfect recipe for success, especially as it reunited Ritchie with Jude Law, who co-starred in his ultra-fun Sherlock Holmes movies.
What gave you such drive?
If he could triumphantly update one legendary British character from modern audiences, surely he could do it again. But no such luck. The CGI-heavy fight scenes were a peculiar choice given the setting, and the retelling of the story offered nothing original.
Now, play with me.
As far as Guy's back catalogue goes, this is one of the biggest blips. Number 6, Peter Rabbit. James Corden voicing the eponymous character is enough to warrant this entry alone. Even in rabbit form, some will just never take to him.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. No one actually says potato.
Admirers of Peter Rabbit creator Beatrix Potter's original books were also left disappointed, as the film drastically altered the source material.
I think you'll find the elephants around here are really flatulent.
Some viewers even call for a boycott over one scene involving alleged allergy bullying, while Potter's biographer even went as far to suggest that Beatrix herself wouldn't have liked the movie, which is probably as big as an insult as you can get.
You're the professional.
Number 5, Fat Slags. Based on the Viz comic strip, this live-action take failed to capture any of the humour or heart which made it so loved on the page.
Bleeding hell, he's so old his dreams will be in black and white.
It was unanimously panned by critics, with IQ Hunter, a historian of British film, putting it in contention for one of the worst British movies ever made.
Very nice.
The artist of the strip, Graham Jury, perhaps deterred by the critical reception, famously chose not to watch the film even once. Cameos from Jerry Halliwell and Dolph Lundgren couldn't even save this one.
Look, son! Robbie Williams!
Number 4. Keith Lemon the Film. Keith Lemon the Film sees Pimp's aforementioned 0% Rotten Tomatoes rating, matches it, and then raises it 3 BAFTA awards.
The yard way! Oosh! Come on! I'll kill you down, rascals!
Leigh Francis's cinematic take on his fan-favourite TV character cleaned up at the spoof BAFTAs, picking up Worst Film, Worst Dialogue, and Worst Female Acting Performance. Oh, is that all? Evidently, Leigh is better off on the small screen, as this was a world away from the hilarity of Beau Selector or Celebrity Juice. It's safe to say there won't be a Keith Lemon the sequel anytime soon.
Oh, bloody twazzocks.
Number 3. Thunderbirds. The beloved 60s sci-fi puppet show finally got a live-action do-over in 2004, and it was a critical and commercial bomb.
Fire.
The major plot choice to sideline the main characters from the original TV series and instead focus on their offspring proved a pretty severe mistake, irking Thunderbirds fans all over the world. Even the series creator, Jerry Anderson, stuck the boot in good and proper, calling the film the biggest load of crap he'd seen in his entire life. Harsh, but fair, Jerry.
Thunderbirds are go!
Number 2. Die Another Day. So poorly received was Pierce Brosnan's 4th outing as Bond that it effectively forced an entire rethink for the Super Spy franchise, which had been running for 40 years when this film was released.
Your firing squad should have done the job for me.
As if the series hadn't already jumped the shark an installment earlier, when 007 acquired X-ray glasses, his invisible car this time round really put the nail in the coffin, with fans and critics up in arms.
Aston Martin call it the Vanquish, we call it the Vanish.
Fortunately, it wasn't a final goodbye to Bond though. The Daniel Craig start over assured the series would truly live on to die another day.
There will be others after me, you know that.
Number 1. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. This is the film that became the precursor to Sean Connery's retirement, and it's likely at least partly responsible for Alan Moore's reluctance to link his name to adaptations of his works.
God, I hate getting older.
While it appeared to completely miss the point of its source material, with the studio even adding a character to Americanized proceedings, production of this 5-star flop was plagued by on-set differences between Connery and director Stephen Norrington.
You're sweet. And you're young. Neither are traits that I hold in high regard.
It seems laughable now, but the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was intended to spawn a franchise. What is it with comic book team-up blockbusters with the word League in the title?
Bravo, boy.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.